Welcome to the Immigrantinlaw channel. Relocating to Europe means more than just a new home, a job, paperwork, and adjusting to life in a new country. One of the first practical issues almost everyone encounters after relocating is how to open a bank account. Without a bank account, it's difficult to receive your salary, pay rent, set up internet and mobile service, purchase insurance, sign contracts, or use many public and private services. In some countries, it's literally impossible to integrate into daily life without a local bank account. In this video, we'll take a look at how to open a bank account in Europe after relocating. What documents are usually required, how traditional banks are different from online banks, what challenges you may encounter, and how to prepare so you don't waste time. First, it's important to understand there is no single rule in Europe that applies to all countries and all banks. Requirements can vary not only between countries but even between different banks within the same country. For example, one bank may only open an account if you have local registration, while another may accept a rent agreement, a letter from your employer, or a document confirming temporary residence. Therefore, the first rule is, before visiting a bank, always check the current requirements specifically for the country and the bank you plan to visit. After relocating, a bank account becomes an essential tool. You'll need it for regular payments and to demonstrate financial stability. Most often, you'll need an account to receive your salary or income from your employer, pay rent, set up utility payments, set up phone, internet and insurance services, use subscriptions and local services, prove you have sufficient funds when renewing your residency status, transfer money within Europe via SEPA payments. SEPA is the European system for bank transfers in euros. Thanks to it, transfers between banks in European countries are often fast and come with low or no fees. Also, in many countries, your banking history is important for future financial decisions. For example, if you later want to take out a loan, set up an installment plan, rent an apartment through an agency, or sign up for certain services, having a local bank account and regular income can work in your favor. After relocating, there are usually two main options: a traditional bank with physical branches and an online bank. A traditional bank is the classic choice. It has physical offices, staff, and the option to schedule an in-person meeting, ask questions, and sign documents on the spot. This type of bank can be convenient if you need a full-service account, credit history, a future mortgage, financial consulting, a business account, or additional banking products. However, traditional banks often have stricter requirements. They may ask for proof of address, a residence permit, an employment contract, a tax ID number, a local phone number, and other documents. An online bank or fintech service is a faster option. Often, you can open an account through an app, complete video verification, upload documents, and receive a virtual card within a short period of time. The pros of online banks are speed, a user-friendly app, easy payment management, and sometimes favorable fees. The cons are that not all employers, landlords, or government services are willing to accept such accounts. Additionally, some online banks may have restrictions on transactions, cash withdrawals, address verification, or customer service. In practice, many people choose a hybrid approach. They first open an online account to quickly start using banking services, and later open an account at a traditional bank. The exact list of documents depends on the country and the bank, but most often you will need a passport or other form of identification, a document confirming your right of residence, proof of address, a lease agreement or proof of residence registration, a tax ID number, if you have one, an employment contract or proof of income, a local phone number, sometimes a letter from your educational institution if you are a student. The most difficult part for many new residents is proving their home address. The bank wants to know where you actually live. Different documents are accepted in different countries: a rental agreement, municipal registration, a utility bill, a letter from a government authority, a letter from your employer, or proof of temporary residence. If you have just arrived and haven't found permanent accommodation yet, it's best to find out in advance which banks will open an account based on a temporary address or alternative documents. Another important point is that your first and last names must match in all documents. Different transliterations, extra letters, abbreviations, or errors can cause delays. Therefore, before submitting your documents, check that the information is written consistently. Let's go step by step through the process. Step 1. Decide what kind of bank account you need. If you've just arrived and need quick access to make payments, you may want to consider an online bank. If you're planning to stay long-term, get a job, rent an apartment, and handle further paperwork, you should also consider a traditional bank. Step 2. Check the bank's requirements. Visit the bank's official website or contact customer support. Find out whether they open bank accounts for new residents, what documents are required, if you can apply online, and if you need to make an appointment at a local branch. Step 3. Prepare your documents. It's best to make digital copies of your passport, proof of residence, rent agreement, employment contract, and other supporting documents in advance. The documents must be readable, with no cut corners or glare. Step 4. Submit your application. At a traditional bank, this may involve an in-person meeting. With an online bank, it involves registering in the app. You may be asked to fill out a form, specify your country of tax residency, address, source of income, and the purpose of opening the account. Step 5. Complete the identity verification process. This may involve document verification at a local branch, a video call, a photo of your passport and a selfie, an electronic sign, or verification through a special service. Step 6. Wait for the bank's decision. Sometimes the account is opened the same day. Sometimes the verification takes a few business days. If the bank requests additional documents, it's important to provide them quickly and calmly. Step 7. Activate your card and the app. After opening the bank account, set up the mobile app, enable notifications, check your limits, save your IBAN, activate your card, and make sure you can make transfers. After opening an account, you will receive an IBAN and international bank account number. This is the number typically used to receive paychecks, transfers, service payments, and set up automatic debits. An IBAN includes a country code, check digits, and an account number. For example, the first letters indicate the country where the account is opened. Important: having a European IBAN does not always mean that the account is opened in the country where you live. Some online banks may issue an IBAN from another European country. This is fine for most payments, but in some cases, a landlord, employer, or service provider may prefer a local IBAN. Be sure to check this before choosing a bank. The first common difficulty is rejection due to a failure to confirm your address. This is especially relevant in the first few weeks after relocation. The solution is to prepare alternative documents and choose a bank in advance that works with new residents. The second difficulty is the absence of a local tax ID number. In some countries it is mandatory. In others, it can be provided later. Check the requirements in advance. The third challenge is the language barrier. Bank documents may be in the local language, and staff do not always speak English. In this case, it is best to make an appointment at a bank branch with an English-speaking consultant or bring a translator with you. The fourth challenge is additional checks. Banks are required to verify customers, the source of funds, and the purpose of the account. This is standard procedure. Don't view additional questions as a problem. The key is to answer honestly and provide clear documentation. The fifth difficulty is fees. In Europe, banking services are not always free. Some banks charge a monthly fee for the account, card issuance, cash withdrawals, international transfers, or account maintenance if there are no regular deposits. Before opening an account, review the fee schedule. To make the process go more smoothly, prepare in advance. Collect your documents in both paper and electronic formats. Check that the information in your documents matches. Prepare confirmation of your address. Keep your employment contract or a letter from your employer if you have one. Check whether you need a tax ID number. Check whether the bank accepts your type of proof of residence. Book an appointment if the bank operates by appointment only. Bring a phone with access to email and SMS. It's also helpful to prepare short answers to the bank's standard questions. What do you do? Where does your income come from? Do you plan to receive a salary? Why are you opening the account? And will you be making international transfers? The key is not to try to hide any information. Banks like transparency. The more clear your situation is, the more likely it is that the process will go smoothly without any unnecessary delays. In some cases, yes, some online banks allow you to start the registration process even before you actually relocate, provided you have the necessary documents and an address in your country of residence or temporary residence. However, a full-fledged account at a traditional bank is most often opened after arrival, once you have a local address, registration, or proof of residence. If you're preparing to relocate, it's worth comparing banks in advance, reviewing their requirements, preparing your documents, and figuring out which steps can be completed remotely. This will save you time in the first few weeks after your relocation. Refusal to open a bank account is an unpleasant but not uncommon situation. There can be various reasons: missing documents, the bank doesn't accept your status, no confirmation of address, or issues with the application form or verification. What should you do? First, ask for the specific reason for the refusal if the bank is willing to disclose it. Second, check whether you can resubmit your documents after resolving the issue. Third, try another bank. Requirements vary, and a rejection from one bank doesn't mean you'll be turned down everywhere. Fourth, look into online banking as a temporary solution. It's important not to put off opening an account for too long. The sooner you start the process, the easier it will be to handle other practical and legal matters after you relocate. So, opening a bank account in Europe after relocation is possible, but it's best not to treat it as a formality. The bank will verify your documents, address, residency status, and source of funds. If you prepare in advance, choose the right bank, and understand the process, things will go much more smoothly. A bank account is one of the first steps toward financial independence and a fulfilling life in a new country. The sooner you open one, the easier it will be to handle other matters after you relocate. If you are planning to relocate to Europe and want to understand which country and which legalization route is right for you, submit a request for a free consultation with Immigrantinlaw's lawyers. We'll develop the optimal relocation strategy for you, prepare all the necessary documents, explain the nuances of the law in detail, and answer all your questions. We'll analyze your case, your goals, and your situation without using templates. Want to learn more or start the process today? Contact us. All contact details are listed in the description below this video. We're here to help you take a confident step toward a new life. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ask your questions in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. Discover a world of opportunities with Immigrant in Law.